Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to you live from Haluzoman in Lesotho, Masera. I've been having challenges here. Let's hope those challenges have been solved now. As I told you, man, we are going to talk about geopolitics here. America is one of the richest country in the world, but he has so many debts in the world that is frustrating them, their leader, because he doesn't know what to do. The president of America is Donald Trump, and he just wants to bully anyone in the world, anyone who seems to be working hard to improve the lives of his people. Donald Trump, as well as the Western world leaders, are angry with that. They don't want to be surpassed. That's the problem with with that. Now he's telling the world that China wants to cause chaos in the world, you know, whereas it's them, America, who are really trying very hard, to make life difficult for the people in the world. Let me tell you this. China was once one of the poorest countries in the world around 1950s and 1960s. But things started changing. Things started changing from 1990, 2000 until now. It took China 40 years to change the situation that was prevalent in China, lifting over 800 million people from poverty to middle class. Now, as we speak, there's no one poor in China. There are no street kids or people living in the streets, as is the case in other countries like America, for that matter. So this is making America to feel jealous. They are envious of China. You know, we have seen in 2020 when during the breakout of that disease, corona. So we saw how China tried to treat patients and give medication to the people around the world. And that medication gave life, unlike the medication coming from the Western countries, which was essentially a poison, because many people, after getting injection, they just died, they perished. You know, that's the case that we are faced with. They are talking about depopulation of the nations, especially Africans. You know, there's one gentleman, a tech gentleman, who has made a name through technology. You know him. I won't mention him, but you know him. He's the one who started this thing of depopulation, and this agenda was started by his father. So he's just doing what his father did, you know. So there's no problem with that, because you can do a little bit of research and get to know who is this guy, who is the enemy of the people, you know. So let me go back and talk about China. China, as we speak now, has the best electric cars in the world, you know, and so many charging stations where the countries can get energy in different districts. So China is really punching hard, because it's not only in the electric vehicles phenomenon. We can talk about cell phones. Their cell phones makers, Huawei, Xiaomi, are one of the best cell phones in the world, competing with iPhone and Samsung. So if you have one of the Chinese products, you are set. Even the kitchen utensils are one of the best. You can talk about the fridges, washing machines. They have one of the best equipment in the world. So trying to contain them is just a futile exercise, because America will not win. They will not succeed, because China or the Chinese people are working very hard. They are not afraid to work very hard. They are not afraid to get their boots into the trenches, into the mud. They are not afraid. They just do what's necessary to be done. Unlike the Western world, which got rich by enslaving Africans. The history tells us that America was built by Africans who were taken from Africa and made or turned into slaves in America. You talk about Washington, you talk about New York, that was built by Africans. We can talk about Europe. Europe was essentially built by Africans. Back then they were called Moors. So is the case. Now, as we speak, China is the second richest country in the world. In terms of GDP, it has 19.5 trillion US dollars. That country is very rich. But when we talk about GDP, triple P, power purchasing parity, the country is number one, because they use over 36 trillion US dollars in terms of purchasing. So it's a big country. They have the highest number of ships on the sea. They have one of the best trains in the world. The trains that are called bullet trains are from China, and they do quite well. They are able to cover a distance of 1,500 within an hour. So the trains in China are more quick than the aeroplane. They are so speedy. So they have the robots now as we speak. Their robots are able to do manual work. The robots are able to dance. The robots, as the artificial intelligence is upon us now, are able to do the things that human beings can do. That's the beauty of China. As we speak now, the robots can get into war if it's necessary. The robots can dance if it's necessary. The robots can do kung fu or martial arts if they are allowed to do that. The robots can even provide companion, because there are people who don't have relations with other people. They are scared, maybe they don't have the ability to communicate with other people in order to create a relationship with them. So they will just buy a machine and create companionship with this robot. So let's talk about artificial intelligence, AI, like I earlier spoke about. China has Qwen, DeepSeek, and other artificial intelligence programs that are really doing a good job, more than the Gemini from America, perhaps X, I guess, Google, they are really doing a hard job, but they are just saying they are just developing, Let's talk about the phenomenon of drones now. They have drones that are able to light their skies at night and do magical things on the sky during the night. We have seen that happening in Shenzhen. It's one of the biggest cities in China. Just like Shanghai, Beijing, Macau, Shenzhen is one of those big cities that are amazing, that are worth living in or at, Let's talk about the infrastructure. The infrastructure in China is quite big, is massive. Mind you, the population there is 1.4 billion of people in China. More than the people in Africa, the whole continent. But they are just in one country. And they are doing quite well. There's no hunger there. They are serious about agriculture. They are serious about white-collar job, So these people are really serious about anything you can think of. We have seen their cars in our continent here. Even in Lesotho here, we have some Chinese cars, They are just everywhere. That's the beauty of innovation. That's the beauty of using mind in a good way. When it comes to STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, those people are very serious because they are above there, And having excelled in those disciplines has made them to really touch the sky, if I may say that. Okay? All right.